Thank you, everybody. This is the third poster session here, so we'll move along. Our first poster is on face liveness detection. It's from Yonsei University. So, go ahead.
Good morning. I'm Sean Kim from Yonsei University in South Korea. Let me introduce our paper, Face Liveness Detection Using Variable Focusing. The objective of this paper is to detect spoofed faces using one of camera functions, manual focusing. The focusing makes it possible to estimate the depth information. In the case of real faces, according to focusing areas, degrees of clarity is changing. For example, when we take a picture focused on a nose, the region of nose is clear, but other regions are blurry. On the other way, when we take a picture focused on ears, then the edges around the ears are sharp, but other edges are not. So, the reason of this phenomenon is that real faces have 3D shapes. However, in the case of 2D fake faces, there is little difference in clarity, although the focusing area is changed. So we proposed our algorithm based on this feature. For evaluation, we took pictures by ourselves and conducted several tests using various depths of field. Those figures are our experimental results. According to depth of field, we could obtain the best result. We will mention further details in the poster session, so if you have any interest in our research, please contact us. Thank you.
So the next paper will be on cross-matching for fingerprint.
Hello everyone, I'm Ali. Our paper in this session is about fingerprint cross-device matching as well. As we know, thank you. As we know, miniature cylinder code (MCC) in short is a recently proposed representation for fingerprint, and is suggested to be invariant for translation and rotation, and robust against the skin distortion and small feature extraction errors. Considering the special conditions of cross-device matching, we test and report the experience of MCC on fingerpass cross-matching database. This is some results, some experimental results, and we input it with scaling. So if you're interested in MCC or fingerprints cross-device matching, or if you have some questions or suggestions to our research, welcome to my poster in this afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you. The next paper will be on face matching and video sequences.
Good morning. This work is from a PhD of a student of our center, and the main motivation of this work was to have a good input for our face recognition system. Our face recognition method. So different methods have been used for this idea. The main work have been detect the face in every frame. Some tracking methods has also been used. So we try to explore the use of spatiotemporal representation for face detection. So We just use the extended volume LBP descriptor in the phase non-phase discrimination, the phase non-phase classification step for the phase detection process. So we got promising results, and this is just a starting point on this research. So you are welcome to come to our poster and have some discussions on these ideas. Thank you.
The next paper will be on face recognition in the presence of occlusion.
Thank you. In my poster, I propose a framework to improve the face recognition algorithms against the facial occlusions. Facial occlusion is one of the factors to reduce the performance of face recognition. Addressing this problem, at first we detect the occlusion using the first-weighted PCA, which is a kind of image reconstruction methods. And then we calculate the optimal weight for face image matching using occlusion maps. Applying our proposed framework to LBP and POC-based face recognition algorithms, as shown in the table, we can improve the EER of these facial recognition algorithms. Even for natural occlusions, such as face image with and without eyeglass, hairs, bears, and so on, our proposed framework can be improved in terms of EER. For more details, please come and show my poster. Thank you.
The next paper involves construction of high-resolution face images.
Right, I'm presenting this paper on behalf of my colleagues at the University of Buckingham. Well, what is the problem that we are looking at in this paper is we have a single low-resolution image, and we are trying to construct a high-resolution image based on this single low-resolution image. It has been shown over the past few years that compressive sensing approaches can be successfully used to construct such high resolution. What are the contributions in this paper? Firstly, we show that such methods in the literature based on learning dictionaries that satisfy some properties are L conditions, so it's not always guaranteed to retrieve such high quality. Secondly, we propose a very efficient approach that data independent, i.e. we don't need actually to learn the dictionary. We can just construct, if we carefully construct those dictionaries, we can always obtain a high resolution image based on this sparse representation. Now this is the what. If you want to know the how and why, I'm more than happy to discuss that with you in the poster. Thank you.
Thank you. The next paper will be on disguise detection in visible and thermal images.
Hello, this is a work by our group at IIT Delhi, and as you can see, the use of disguise can decrease the intra-class distance as well as it might even increase the inter-class distances. It can affect both of those variabilities. So what we are saying is that disguise may be a very important covariate for face recognition for real-time face recognition systems. So for that, we are proposing one particular framework in which we are proposing to a framework where disguise should first be detected, and those patches in which disguise is present, we shouldn't be using them for recognition because they may provide misleading information. And what we find is that using visible and thermal spectrum images, we can detect disguises very well. That is better than using single spectrum. And moreover, use of both the spectrums also helps overall recognition. So for that, we created one data set, including 75 subjects taken in visible and thermal spectrums, which is in 681 images. And we compared our results with one of the commercial systems as well as sparse representation, and we find that our proposed approach is outperforming them. To know more about our work, do stop by our poster. Thank you.
Thank you. The next paper is on generative fingerprint minutia.
Good morning, everybody. So this work has been done by us at Sichuan University and our collaborators at Michigan State University and NIST. So basically, malicious models describe the statistical distribution of malicious in fingerprints. So in the past years, a number of different malicious models have been proposed, but none of them consider the correlation between region-oriented field and malicious occurrence. So as in this paper, we first investigated the correlation between region-oriented field and malicious occurrence. So as you can see in this image, we showed the orienting field deviation and the malicious points in this fingerprint. So as you can see, the malicious points usually tend to appear with higher probability in the blocks where the deviation of region-orienting field is higher. So based on this observation, we propose a new malicious model. In this model, we incrementally generate new malicious points according to the characteristics of local region-oriented field. So using this new malicious model, as you can see, we can generate more natural malicious points compared with other malicious models. And we have also done quantitative comparison between different models. And the results also prove the effectiveness of these new malicious models. So if you want to know more details of our model, please come to our post. I'm looking forward to seeing you. Thank you.
Thank you. The next paper is on detection of fingerprint images.
Good afternoon. In this work, we are trying to properly define a fingerprint pattern which is appropriate for reliable fingerprint identification. Here are 4 examples where a fingerprint quality measure is saying that all of them are of good quality because of a well-defined local ridge structure. But the first image here is not even a fingerprint image, which is a synthesized image with a random orientation field. The second image is an elder fingerprint. A large portion of fingerprint was transplanted from another friction-rich skin. The matching with this type of elder fingerprint is not reliable. The third image is another synthesized image. It looks quite natural, but there is a large area without any minutia in this image, which is not really realistic. The last image is a latent fingerprint. It contains almost the complete impression of the fingerprint, but the problem is there is a line structure in the background which can be easily confused with friction-rich structure. So to define a fingerprint pattern properly, we have to consider 3 factors, including reach frequency, orientation field, and minutia distribution. So in this paper, we are trying to develop a proper global orientation field for fingerprints. This model is derived from a rational polynomial function, and then we generalized this model in the form of ordinary differential equations and then represented as polynomial functions, which gives the advantage of solving this system in an algebraic way. We are also applying constraints for the number of singular points to get a realistic solution for orientation field model. We use this model to classify fingerprint versus non-fingerprint images and also classify natural fingerprints versus altered fingerprints. Thank you.
Next paper is on biometric system design, but there is no other? No. So we go to the next paper. Next paper is about vein minutia cylinder codes.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, my name is Daniel and I'm presenting this joint work from Professor Testarelli and Professor Bush. And my background is vein pattern recognition, and the idea is to make use of the algorithms and the knowledge developed for fingerprint as a mature trait. And one of the advantages is also for multimodal systems based on vein and fingerprint. So our choice was MCC, and we had references to it in the last oral talk and also in this spotlight session. And the minutia cylinder code is a baseline for the FVC ongoing project, and it's delivers a good biometric performance. It's very fast. It delivers fixed length features, which is good for biometric indexing and template protection. And we want to adapt it to vein pattern recognition. And how we transform this adaptation problem into an optimization problem and the results that we observed, I'm happy to discuss with you later. Thank you.
Next paper is secure Hamming distance-based biometric authentication.
Hello, my name is Rohan. As the title suggests, protocol is we try to provide secure, privacy-preserving, real-time authentication for binary template representations. We use our protocol is based on a modified BGN crypto system, which provides homomorphic addition operations as well as one homomorphic multiplication. The original BGN crypto system actually, the computations were prohibitively slow. But the modified one based on the prime order groups, the computations are feasible, though the times are a little bit high, but the server-side operations are parallelizable. We uphold the accuracy of the underlying matching system that is based on normalized Hamming distance. And the templates at the server are revocable. So new templates can be generated using a different user-specific key. So to know more about our poster, please stop by our poster. Thank you.
Next paper is entitled The Prediction of All Unyoung Subjects from Iris Texture.
So previously, many studies have looked at the prediction of soft biometric attributes such as gender and ethnicity from iris texture. In this work, we present the results of initial study to predict the relative age of a person from such iris images. Namely, we desired to predict if a subject was of college age, so 22 to 25, or older than 35, and these were based on the constraints of our data set. To do this, we used a series of texture-based features which were extracted using various features. The process is seen here. We did conclude that it is possible to categorize iris images as representing a younger or older person at an level of accuracy statistically significantly greater than random chance as determined by a Kolmogorov-Smirnov test. These results suggest that there may in fact be age-relative information available in the iris texture, further motivating study in this area. For more questions, please stop by my poster. Thank you.
Next paper is on quality of handwritten signatures.
Yeah. So, hello everyone. My name is Olaf Fenniger. I'm from Fraunhofer IGD. So, this is joint work with Richard Guess from University of Kent. So the paper is about handwritten signatures. So they could be used for authorizing financial transactions, for instance. Of course, only if the error rates are low enough. And the error rates depend on the quality of the samples that you register at enrollment time. So, okay. So the first step is assessment of the utility of samples. So you just determine the target value for learning how to predict the quality. Then we did an ordinal regression analysis and built a regression model for predicting the quality of signatures presented. Okay, please visit our poster. Thank you.
Next paper is on gait recognition.
Hi, I'm Rubén Vera Rodríguez from Universidad Autónoma de Madrid, and I'm presenting a paper focused on a novel approach of gait recognition through the fusion with footstep information. So, in this sense, we collected a large database of people walking over a sensing area, where we can extract the gait signals through a video camera, as we can see here. But there was also a piezoelectric sensor mat under the floor, so we could extract also the footstep information. This database is available for research, and this can find application in security access scenarios such as security gates at airports, for example. Okay, so in this paper we show that these biometrics are very related together, but they are sufficiently uncorrelated so that the fusion of both of them can improve very significantly the results. So we carry out a comparative analysis of both biometrics following the same database and experimental protocols. For the case of gate, we follow two approaches. One is the enhanced gate energy image with a Gable filter bank, and also a multilinear principal component analysis. And the fusion of these two approaches led to a 8.5% of EER. For the case of footstep signals, we can extract both the time, the pressure over time and over the space of the signals, and this is based on recently published results. And we can get results of around 10.5% of EER. In the last graph, we show how the fusion of these two biometric modes can improve very significantly the results of the best individual one, which was the gate, by a 43% relative improvement, and we get a bit less than 5% of EER. So please, I'll be happy to answer some questions in the poster session. Thank you.
Next paper is on eye movement biometrics.
Hello everybody, I'm very happy to be here, and I have to apologize in advance because it seems like all slides are timed to 15 seconds, no matter which slide it is, the title or the content. So at the discretion of the chair, maybe I will have 15 seconds more to present, and that's good, so my presentation hopefully will be more comprehensible. We are going to do the usability evaluation of eye movement biometric system. It is very important to do it in application where users are very familiar with applications. And so in our case, as a baseline, we have selected an ATM system where the user has to log into the system to access his bank account. So the first scenario was the baseline where the user had to enter 4-pin number to enter to the system. And the system was simulated on the computer, so the entry was conducted by clicking on a mouse. The scenario number 2 and number 3 were done with actually eye movement-based entry. In the second scenario, a user had to read a piece of text to enter the system, and in the third one is to select a sequence of targets with eye movements also to enter the system. In terms of our results, we are happy to report that in terms of the PIN that required the least amount of time to log in, for eye movement biometric system, it was much longer for following reasons. First, you have to position the user so the equipment, eye tracking equipment would work. Second, you have to calibrate the eye tracking equipment so that we are able to infer the location of the gaze. And the third, you actually have to perform the task. In terms of the subjective evaluation, the highest number of users rank the PIN number as easier to use. However, in terms of the security, a slightly higher number of users ranked the eye movement-based biometric system as a little bit more secure, and slightly higher number of users gave the preference to the eye movement-based biometric system. Thank you very much for your attention, and if you would like to find out more, please stop by at my poster. Thank you.
I'm Marta Gómez Barrero. I come from Universidad Autónoma de Madrid, and we've done this research in collaboration with Jean Plamondon from École Polytechnique de Montréal. One of the big problems that biometric systems face nowadays is the aging. That is, after a long enough period of time, the trait presented by the user to the system is considerably different from the one used at enrollment. And this is especially the case in signature. For a first analysis in aging, we use a database acquired during 15 months, comprising 29 users with 46 samples per user. For the parametrization of signatures, we chose the sigma log normal representation developed by Jean Plamondon in the framework of the kinematic theory for human rapid movements. The positive point of this theory is that it takes into account the physical body reactions that closely relates to aging, such as the neuromuscular response time, And we run two sets of experiments. First, we analyze the variation of the same signer with time, and then we analyze the variation of different signers of different ages. So if you have any questions, please visit my poster, and thank you.
So this concludes the poster presentation, and after the lunch and the oral session, the posters and the presenters will be there.